You just give us a little insight on what needs to get better.
Hey, man, cut me a break. It's training camp. All the difficult questions. You got a question in the back?
What's your prediction on the season?
You just gonna cut me off like that?
I think we go pretty much undefeated, man. We go and we sweep the North and we take it all the way to the Super Bowl and we win it all.
Hell yeah, fuck the Vikings.
All right.
Oh,
question, young man. You got a question?
Oh, snap. Oh, he's just getting the answer. He don't even.
On this beautiful morning for the moment being. I say that because we got thunderstorms in the forecast, man, for today, this afternoon. So hopefully we can get out of practice before that occurs. Heading to the practice between the Lions and the Jags out here in Allen Park. What do I expect to see? I expect to see some adjustments and some improvements from yesterday. If you had an opportunity to read some of the media reports, you follow the Detroit Lions podcast over there with Chris and, Ritson, man. And, listen, hey, I want competition at practice. I don't want what I seen with the Giants. I want somebody to come in here and make us practice harder, make us better in practice. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see the Lions just go out and stomp somebody in practice. It's like you're not gaining anything. So I want it to be a little tough. I like it to be even, right in the middle. And that's what it was yesterday, according to the report. So some struggles on defense with miscommunication. We did suffer a few injuries. With Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams, those being the ankle and the hamstring. So we'll monitor that situation. It's still a little bit too early to tell the severity. We'll listen to what Dan Campbell says this morning. But the most exciting thing that I'm ready to go see is Teddy Bridgewater. After going to that preseason game 1 and watching Nate Sudfeld, good grief. It just made me that much more happier that we got Teddy Bridgewater. This is why I've been complaining about backup quarterback for the last 5 years. This is why. Good Lord, Sudfeld was the next Tim Boyle out there. He was terrible. He was horrible, throwing the ball behind people and all type of stuff. So I'm ready to see Teddy. I want to see Teddy, man, out there rocking number 50 for preseason. I want to see some good quarterback play out there with my fellas, man. Looking forward to seeing Brian Branch, man, Jack Campbell, Rodrigo, a lot of guys on that defense, of course, with Laporta and Gibbs on that offense. I'm here for the young guys, man. I know what you're gonna, get out the vets. I'm here for the young dudes. That's where my evaluation is, man. You know what you're gonna get out of CJ, Tracy and all of the older guys, man. Aquara. I want to see the young guys. So that's what we're getting ready to go take a look at, man. So make sure you guys, stick around and stay tuned in. And I'll see you guys in a second. Y'all, so we are here on the field. Practice is not started yet. We are some of the first ones in the gate. Listen to Dan Campbell, already got the update. Jameson Williams will be out for the rest of the preseason. Like I said, that hamstring situation is tricky. So I guess they're just going to hold him out for the rest of the preseason. Man, for him, that's big time. Morning. Huh? Right. So I have my video stopped for a second. No, but with J-Mo being out, that's huge. He needs those reps. He's going to be out for the first 6 games, so that's big time for him. Very, very important. And listen, hey, I mean, practice is going to be pivotal for him. It just is, man. He's going to have to get everything he can in practice. Man, that sucks. You want to see him out there. So now we look forward to other rookies, Gibbs and Jack Campbell continue to get better. Dan Campbell mentioned this morning that Gibbs is looking better and faster each practice, which is big time. You want to hear that, right? But Teddy Bridgewater, like I said, all of these guys are what we're going to be looking for today. And I'm going to try to give you guys as much information as possible. So stick around. All right, everybody. So practice is over. Man, a lot to break down. Got a lot of notes for you guys. Even though it wasn't a padded practice, we've seen a lot of good things out there. Also, some things that need to be corrected out there. The defense was definitely improved today in 11-on-11s. Struggled a little bit on the 7-on-7s, but the offense looked good overall. 7-on-7, we were able to get a lot of good passes from Jared Goff. I think he went 7 for 8, if I'm not mistaken. Nothing huge, no big intensity out there, obviously, without pass, man. But still, guys get open. They did some goal line drills. So, it's a lot to break down, man. Anything significant you seen, Dion?
Man, it was nice to see some big plays, man.
Yeah.
We got some play action chunks in there.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
And then, they're feisty, dude. Here's the big thing. I think the Jaguars' defensive line is going to push us a lot more this weekend.
Right. Yeah.
Than what we saw last week. I felt like we were moving them.
Mm-hmm.
This week, first team, second team, we're getting some real good push. So that's going to be a challenge.
Yeah. Totally agree, man. It's pretty much the same as I was saying on the way here on the freeway, man. It's, I like the challenge of the Jags a lot more than New York. New York, it just seemed like we just pushed them dudes over, man. I want to see some competition, some feistiness out there. I want to see somebody who's going to give us a little testing out there on the field, especially in practice situations. We got the Super Bowl champs week 1 of the NFL season, so that's big time. That's important. That's, man, you can't ask for anything else, right? So, it's going to be huge, man. So when I get back to my kingdom, I guess we can go ahead and break down a few of these plays in detail. But in the meantime, keep it on. All right, Lions fans, back in the kingdom. Got the notes here for you guys, man. Want to talk about a few things that I wrote down. Some of the things I seen out there that were very important. First and foremost, let's just get this out the way. I know you guys follow me on social media. Some of you guys on Twitter. You seen the tweets I was putting out earlier about Nate Sudfeld, and it was really bad today. Really bad today. First possession of 7-on-7s, goes out, throws a pick. Then he turns around the very next play and throws another one that was dropped. I mean, it was so easy for him, the guy, to step in front and get his hands on the football. Luckily, he had butterfingers and he didn't catch it. But it was just bad, man. I probably wrote, Nate down probably twice for throwing a pretty solid pass. One, I believe it was to Marvin Jones. The other one was to Mitchell, the tight end. But, just bad, man. Bad plays, throwing the ball behind players, when they were on the goal line in that situation, just not able to connect. It was just not good whatsoever. And that's what makes me so happy and excited to have Teddy Bridgewater. Had an opportunity to go up to him, get pictures today. He was signing autographs. He was super duper friendly today. And also, he was giving hugs today. He was out there. If you guys were at camp and you seen it, leave it in the comments section, man, for confirmation, man. He was out there giving hugs to his teammates. and I thought it was the most hilarious thing I ever seen. I mean, like whole hugs, not like, you know, one arm around the shoulder, hugs, embracing. You know, a lot of moments out there, you can just see the leadership. It just oozes off of Teddy Bridgewater. But on a more serious note, I seen him and Hendon Hooker on the side, and they were talking like for a while, man. You could tell they was in a real deep conversation. You can see Teddy showing him a few things out there as the guys were going, and that's big time. You know, that's why I was so excited to get Teddy Bridgewater here as a Detroit Lion, man, because you can't get a better mentor for Hendon Hooker that's going to be on the sidelines with him, you know what I'm saying, and teaching him and showing him things. And then with a Jared Goff out there on the field, you know, leading by example, it's a perfect mixture. And it's a perfect situation for Hendon Hooker here in Detroit. Also for Teddy Bridgewater, him, you know, he's definitely embraced the city already. He's embraced the Lions, you know, the staff, the players, everybody. You can just tell he just has a vibe with him right now. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing to see, man. After practice today, he threw some passes out there with some of the second teamers. Obviously trying to gain some chemistry with those guys, let them know what he likes and what he expects out there, trying to get them better, but at the same time, make sure that they're prepared for upcoming, you know, preseason and things like that, so the communication won't be off, which is, you know, big time. But Teddy Bridgewater, just in general, is just a good dude, man. He's humble. He's very intelligent, man, from a football standpoint. You know, and he's a great teammate, great locker room guy. So, you know, for us to go out and get him is big time. It speaks to our locker room. You know, you heard Dan Campbell, you heard Brad Holmes talk about our locker room, and he's done nothing but added to that with bringing in Teddy Bridgewater, man. So some of the notes today, man, big play in 707s. From Goff to Khalif Raymond. Khalif Raymond is lightning fast. I love Khalif Raymond. I'm so glad we extended him, man. He literally went out there and earned it. He earned what he has, and he continues to go out there and work hard. I seen him and Drummond over on the football machine catching passes after practice together, man. You know, keep these type of things going, man, and these other young guys that's in here, they're gonna follow. You know, you see Amon-Ra St. Brown do that all the time, man, out there shirtless catching passes, you know what I'm saying, at the practice, man. It's become contagious, and that's what you want to see in your wide receiver room, man. Teddy Bridgewater, while he was out there, looked really good, really clean out there. I'm not even sure if he threw a pass that was dropped today. You know, a little bit of 7-on-7, some 11-on-11 action for him as well, some goal line action, and yeah, just clean, crisp plays, some under routes here and there, man. You know, so some slants across the middle. Yeah, he did his thing. He looked pretty good out there. I was very impressed. For a guy that doesn't really understand all the lingo of the offense, you know, yet. You can tell he's still learning some things out there and trying to get things going. So that was very impressive from him. Defensive side of the ball, CJ, man. Good Lord. CJ got a pick today. The defense struggled a little bit in the 7-on-7s, but when they got in 11-on-11, it was different. It's different story, man. Brian Branch made another play today too, a pass breakup. Also, CJ had a big pass breakup down the field where you know he was able to show his range, man. Came from the opposite side and got over there and slapped that ball out of bounds right when the receiver almost had hand contact with the football. So big play for him. You know, obviously big play Branch. You're just gonna see that, man. NFL, y'all can get used to seeing that, man. Branch is he's just a dog, man. So running back room, Montgomery today was the running back, the premier guy today. He was just, I mean, slipping and sliding through those holes today. Pause. Slipping and sliding through those linemen today, man. Just easy, moving easy. Just looking good and graceful out there. Ozigbo also had some good plays out there at running back. Definitely noted that, man. When you look at the passing game, Jared Goff, besides Nate Sudfeld being bad, Jared Goff and Teddy B were both just crisp and clean. I think Jared Goff was 7 for 8 out of his passes today. Had some really good passes. Long ball pass to Josh Reynolds today, man. Put the ball right on point. Man, and Josh took it to the house, so that was big time, man. A couple with Benson, back and forth. Laporta is definitely his safety blanket. It's definitely his safety blanket, especially with Amon-Ra St. Brown out. He kept looking for Laporta, and he kept connecting with Laporta. And yeah, that's pretty much just what it was. He also had a really good pass to Marvin Jones while he was out there as well, man. So, like I said, when it comes to the trenches, we didn't really get to see too much from the trenches. Today was an unpadded practice. So, the big guys were working off in the back area. Like I told you guys, is a back area where you can't really see from either side, the offense and the defensive linemen. I did see a couple of Jaguars linemen get put on the ground. I did see that at least. So that was encouraging from a distance, right? But you just didn't get to really see that much today. But when it comes to positions, man, those pretty much was the biggest plays today. It's not really, it's unpadded. There's no contact like that. You know what I'm saying? Guys, you can touch some guys, maybe push some guys to the ground, wrap them up a little bit. But other than that, you're looking for receivers, running backs. You're looking for the battles between the receivers and the DBs on your team. That's what you're looking for in the unpadded practice. It's not, necessarily trenches, right? So, but that's pretty much everything that I had written down. That was something that stood out to me. And today was the final practice for the public, man. It sucks. I love this time of the year. I love being able to do this for you guys. Man, shout out to everyone who came up today. And I got a chance to meet a really, really, really big time follower, man. I absolutely appreciate this dude. He came up to me in Dose today. Patty Grimes, man. Patty Grimes, if you guys are in my live streams, you know who Patty is. Finally got to meet him in person today. That was big time for me, man. I enjoy meeting each and every one of y'all when y'all come up and say what's up, man. So for everybody who came up today, shout out to you. Shout out to you, man, for showing love today. Whether if it was me or anybody that was with me. Man, dope, man. But I'm gonna miss hanging out, man, with my guys, man. Me and Dion had a great time at camp, man, along with Donnie and of course we had a D3 on 3XP with us. Nomus was there today. Breed was there. Big Willie, my brother. Everybody, man. 0-16. Everybody who came out. Let me say this. I am shocked that I didn't see more Lions content creators at camp. And it puts the question out to me. Everybody, has their own thing. I know some that's, don't really live in the state. Some guys are pretty far away. Shout out to Mike, man, Micro Mike, Lions Nation Unite. He doesn't stay close. So it's a hike for him to come up here. That's understandable. But for the ones that I know that stay close, it's just kind of shocks me that they didn't come to camp, man. It's kind of interesting, right? But I did get to see a couple of faces, so that was pretty cool. But man, we got to get out to camp. We got to get out to camp. If you guys need tickets to get there, hey, reach out to me. Reach out to me because I'm always acquiring some from somewhere. I know this ticket situation was tough, man, but I just wanted to see more of the guys there, man. I want to have opportunities to meet people in person, man. Just wanted to put that out there. But that's all I got for you guys, man. We go on to preseason game 2 down in Ford Field versus Jacksonville. Man, I won't be attending this game, unfortunately. I had something pre-planned that I just have to go to, and I won't be there at the game, but immediately right after the game, I will be visible. So with that said, man, everybody enjoy the rest of this beautiful day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.